Great, thank you, Sung.
Okay, okay. So it's just the housekeeping stuff. And Michael, I can send. We have some Rob and Gary's, the standard for a PowerShell. I didn't send to you. They have have a good-minded people and some kind of instruction. Usually we have a soapbox first. Each one person will tell about whatever you're doing. Something is working or something is not working from last week. We will do that, and then after that, whatever we agreed. So it's usually not many PowerShell lasting like 14 weeks nowadays, but we're going very strong. So it's very good to.
This is our 15th week.
Yes, yes. So it's
But
That's amazing.
two of our
Yeah.
members are not here yet. Interesting.
Oh,
Lindsay-
it's
Lindsay said she's gonna be late.
Lindsay will be late, a little bit late.
Okay.
So Dave will take over as a leader, facilitate today with the soapbox. Go ahead.
Perfect. Sounds good. Mike, I just sent over a link to share our Google Drive with you. You don't have to do it necessarily this moment, but some of the stuff we'll be looking at will be in that Google Drive, so you'll want to see it a little bit later.
Yeah,
I already shared the
perfect.
drive as well.
Hi,
Thanks, Nick.
Sid.
Hello.
Perfect. Okay, my soapbox is relatively easy. So I finally paused the Alive campaign I had been running. I got really excited because I got 4 sales, and then 2 of them refunded the next day. And so after that happened, it killed the profitability of the whole campaign. And even though the stats seemed pretty good, it just is not, the ROI is not there. So I paused the whole thing. I'm going to rethink and try some new creatives, I think, on that. I launched another ad just last night, which was basically, before I was running a dynamic, so I had multiple ones to test them off of each other. So I took the ones that had the most impressions for the image, the body, and the headline, and I put that in an ad just last night. But as of this morning, it was showing really low CTR. So unless it picks up by tomorrow, I'm just going to kill that and start with whole new creatives. So.
Do you start with a traffic ad?
No, I went straight to conversion on this one, and I've only been doing conversions. So, but that is still the wonky business manager that one ad account is still restricted to $50 a day. So I don't know if I'm getting worse traffic because it's restricted, or if it's just crappy ad, which I assume is what it is. So
does
we'll
Nick does he encourage you to start with traffic or go straight to conversion?
Well, he always recommends go straight to conversion. And he told me right up front that he recommends that, and sometimes it doesn't work and it could get you shut down more often, but he doesn't like to mess around. He goes straight for the jugular every single time. So I've actually run into several issues where every time I tell him those issues, he's like, oh, well, that doesn't happen to me. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's nice. But but I've gotten several things shut down going straight to conversions, as well as some other things that he's done.
How many VMs are you working with right now, Dave?
I've only got one that's running conversion ads right now, and it's that restricted one. So I've got 2 other ones that I'm running just a couple PPEs on because they were farmed, or rather purchase profiles. And so I'm just trying to ease into them a little bit. So I probably actually will run a traffic ad for a day or 2 on those before I go to conversion.
Traffic ads do convert, just so you know. You're going to get all your money back. So run a weight loss traffic ad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or a SarahCare traffic ad. It's better than running PPE and losing money.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I don't spend that much with PPE.
And they will get approved. The traffic ads.
I was planning on actually using one of those 2 other accounts that I have as my first to start SarahCare with. So I'll hopefully be able to do that this week.
Great.
Yeah, so that's what I'm up to. Song, how about you?
Yes, I'm switching over Convertri and ClickMagick.
Oh, gotcha.
And, I did made my web page. I made a funnel. I'm running. So it's a ClickMagick a little bit, had issues. So, but now I'm getting the visitor. But maybe I will check with the, with
Were you using Preselio before?
Sorry? Yes.
Were you using Cresselia before? Now you're
Yeah,
moving to Converging?
I migrate to everything in Convertri. Convertri actually not that difficult, but
Mhm.
it's also has a more option. So you can have a later on you have on web page. Also you can have make a program. You can charge the credit card, and I think it's a full funnel system. So I think most of our mentors are using Convertri.
Mhm.
So that means if you want to do affiliation marketing, I think is Convertri or ClickFunnels or whatever, something like professional, because they have a proper support as well.
Mhm.
Is because Preselli only health commission people are doing. So it's lately has a lot of issues, and some of the stat is not calculate properly. Some people was mentioned as well. But one thing is when you're critical moment, usually become a shutdown, and they didn't tell you. So it's a problem. We are here because we are sleeping.
Yep.
And we don't know what to do, what's happened.
Yep.
It's a little bit risk. So I think now if I want to move it, I think I have to make a decision quickly and move on. So it's a kind of also good thing about the Convertri, because we as a group, once somebody made a funnel, you can share right away. So you just click and then you can put it to your program, so you can run it right away. So it's another good thing. You can
That's
share
cool.
the whole thing in Convertri. So
I remember reading about being able to do that in ClickFunnels, but I've never had a funnel to be able to share or take someone else's funnel. So that's actually pretty convenient. If we get a good SarahCare funnel, for example, we could share that amongst each other.
That's right. That's right. We instead of used to be show you and then you have to make on, but you can just put it on and you can run right away. So and then you can just change the image. So it's I think I looking at the collaboration part will be come in handy. So it's that's the reason I'm taking a little bit action. So it's if you need a changeover, I could help you.
Very good. And Sig, you already use Convertri, right?
I'm gonna need help, son. I'm
Yes,
gonna need
no
help.
problem. Yes, yeah. If you make a decision to go over Convertri, so
Yes, I mean, I guess I don't have an option. I have to, but
yes,
technology, it's not fun for me.
yes.
Oh boy.
Don't worry, just
Sig
YouTube
is
more.
smart guy. He started this Converging before all of this inconvenience is happening. He's a smart guy.
Yeah,
Sig-
Age and Javia, and then all the mentors. You see think about all the mentors are doing the Convertri means something. They know what's going on. So it's
They know
or
what's going on.
Convertri or ClickFunnels. I think Nick is using ClickFunnels. Very
No, he's
similar.
using Convertri. He said he was using Convertri.
Nick,
Yes.
ClickFunnels.
Oh, he uses ClickFunnels.
Yeah, ClickFunnels.
Oh, no, sorry. I thought it was Converging. Never mind.
But he maybe use both. I think both. Mindy.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
That's it.
Okay,
And then
thanks
I'm
for joining.
running the ad now.
Hello.
Convertri 2 days. So it's yeah.
Excellent. All right, cool. Can't wait to hear how Convertri performs for you.
Mhm.
That's great. Excellent. Jen, tell us what's going on with you.
Me?
Yes.
Did I hear my name? I wasn't sure.
You're up. Tell us what's going on.
I've been running the Curativa, which is a toe fungus one. I've only been running traffic ads because the conversion ads are so freaking expensive. Or maybe it's just my audience. And I'm actually converting with traffic. $148 sales. Like every time they order, it's like $148 sale. On traffic, and I only do like a $10 budget, but I'm smart. I'm not just running I'm running like 10 of these traffic ads, right? Not one. So, and they're like 6 cents, 7 cents, 8 cents. So I'm like, and I don't have to constantly check my computer to see what the metrics are, because that's where it's time consuming, right? Because you don't want your CPC to be over $1. And I don't have time. I've been medicated this week because I busted my toe
Oh, no.
Oh
so
yeah, that's I told you take a photo and you can do the advertising for that
Oh
photo.
my gosh, my cat just like ambushed me and I tripped over and I landed on one of my toes and it got like, I thought it was broken. It was like, some saw the photo. I sent them a photo.
So that's a
So-
perfect ad actually. I was making some.
And yeah, and so I was in so much pain. I couldn't walk for a couple of days. So I had to take like this painkiller. So I was like really drugged out. And so I said, you know what, while I'm drugged, I'm not gonna run conversion ads because I didn't want to keep checking and see if I'm losing money. So I'm only running traffic ads and I'm doing revision only because Xavier's videos are phenomenal. I'm like, I'm gonna take advantage of these videos. So I'm running traffic ads on the revision too. I just started today actually because, you know, and SarahCare. I got a sale on SarahCare.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
And Foot Fungus. I don't know. I'm doing, like I said, I'm only doing traffic right now.
That's Facebook Lab as actually you can do traffic ad to get the sale too. Yeah.
Yes, I mean it's giving me sales, and I just didn't have the mindset and to constantly check the metrics. You know, when you're doing conversion, you're like, I mean, sometimes they'll go from like $1.15 to $3, right? I didn't have the patience to keep logging in because I was like a little bit loopy.
Mhm.
So
Is your ROI actually positive with the traffic ad as well? So you're making some sales, but it's
yes, it's like
positive ROI?
yes.
Awesome.
I have like a 300% ROI, I think.
Oh, snap.
Oh.
That's awesome.
It's always great to like go into like Preselia and you click on the analytics and instead of it being red, it's like green.
I haven't seen that yet, so I'll take your word for it.
So it's a great feeling, right? You're like, okay, I didn't lose money, you know? So I was more aggressive. I'm like, why don't I just put out more traffic ads? So that's been my strategy right now. I mean, of course, with weight loss, I'm gonna do conversion because, you know, but I've noticed maybe it's just the way I'm very specific in the way I target with the traffic ads. I target it just the way I would target the conversion ad. So I'm like, I stack up the audience. I keep stacking it and then I put the buyers list. So it becomes very concentrated. So the CPC on conversion can get very expensive, right? So my theory is that if I make it very specific, maybe even the traffic audience can be more specific.
Mhm.
So, and I've
Gotcha.
been converting, you know, so I
You
just
can-
wanted to share with you.
That's
you can
great.
show me that's a good skill.
You're not gonna get, I mean, and I've been using the post ID. So what I've been doing is in the past, you know, I would do a traffic ad and then use that post ID from the traffic ad to do the conversion ad, and I would delete the traffic ad, right? But then you're deleting the post ID. So my strategy now is to keep the post ID and just keep it at a couple of dollars, but always have it active in case your conversion ad with the post ID somehow, some way, Facebook decides, you know, to reject it or, you know, because of a claim, you can go to the traffic ad and edit it and then resubmit it through your conversion ad.
Mhm.
Does
Got
that
it.
make sense?
Yeah, it sure does.
Because in the past I was like, how do you edit this? You know, because it's like a post ID. It's not possible to edit something that's already static, right? So my strategy now is to just keep, even if it's at $1, the traffic, just keep it alive. So when the time comes where you have to edit it, you can go to it, edit it. And if you need to have it resubmitted to Facebook, with the conversion ads, there's always going to be a problem, like because it's always the third ad sets that get rejected, right? I mean, I think Michael mentioned that too.
Mhm.
So you have to send a review, or if you don't want to send a review, you have to they give you an option to edit it. But if it's a post ID, you can't edit it, right? So you can go into your traffic ad, edit it, and then resubmit it. If you want to do it faster. Sometimes, you know, they don't get back to you with the review, like it takes them like 4, 5, 6 days sometimes. It's not always quick.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing right now. for now, until the next weight loss, whatever that weight loss is, lands on our lap. Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. Thank you. Sig, what you been up to?
On my end, I just uploaded another image for diabetes that I sent to Vectorize, so it is on the drive. I'm working on the accounts. For the one that we talked last week, that I have the page restricted, it is still restricted, but I had another page just laying around. So I just started to warm that up, and I launched the first, in my case, the first PP in just $1, but just to launch something there with the new page. I don't think I have to do any other warming because the ad account is the one that is warm. That's what I think. So I believe that I'm going to be running there with the new page something soon. And then I just went back to a couple of profiles. Something interesting is that I went to a profile that it was like restricted because the business verification didn't go through. It was, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months ago. I just went this time, uploaded the documents, same documents, everything the same, and this time it got approved. So, and I'm doing that basically. I'm doing this time around, I'm going to do what Nick is doing, like doing everything on the same computer, on the same IP, on the same everything. And so far, I have 3 profiles working, 1 running PPs, but running. And this is going to be like the kind of approach with these 3 profiles. So just to test, same profile, same computer, same IP, different Chrome user, that's for sure. And so far I have been able to do whatever I need to do on the different, on this screen that I have here or the screen that I have on the left, and everything so far so good. So I'm going to keep testing that. The other account that is on the hotspot, so that is going to remain the same, and I'm going to change it because I know that is working on the hotspot. So that's pretty much what I'm doing.
Excellent. Thank you. Lindsay, what you been up to this week?
I was trying a funnel for Alive, one of the weight loss supplements, and I've had really good numbers, but no sales. So I'm at the point I've spent like probably about 100 and probably pushing 200 now on that one. Had great numbers, but no checkouts. So I'm thinking maybe weight loss isn't where I should be putting my attention right now. Just figured I'd give it a try because this is my sister's account, so it's a pretty strong account. I want to just see, but like I had a wide open audience, the clicks were cheap, and like initially on the traffic, I had like a 15% click-through rate on the ad, and just using some of the ones we had, and I just modified them slightly so they're unique. But yeah, I think it seems like everyone's the same with weight loss right now. There's not really buyers out there, or the offers aren't catching people's attention. So yeah, I start my summer holidays 2-week break starting tomorrow. So I will be home for a week and then camping for a week. So next week I would like to just test out, the foot fungus, maybe a diabetes or the revision next week in that account. Just let it rest over the weekend and then try to launch something at the start of the week. That seems to, when I try mucking around in the BM on the weekend, that's usually when I get restricted. That's what's happened in previous accounts. So maybe I'm just superstitious now, but I work on things over the weekend, but I don't launch any new ads or try to put anything through approvals on the weekends. It seems to backfire on me. But yeah, I don't know. I've had that moment where it's like I've made literally one sale in probably 6 weeks now, and I made it on the bioenergy code warm up I was running almost 2 weeks ago. So I was just like, I need to find something that's going to sell, or I'm at the point of like running out of money to put towards this.
Lindsay, are you scheduling your ads on the weekends?
I've run both. I ran through last weekend, and then I've been running this week. And so I'm
No,
based off of,
Do you schedule it and put a time?
yeah, I do the, 2 a.m. start. I usually run them for 3 days, just so they, have their spend. And the two I've done have been, I've tried 30 and a $40 a day.
No, but are you scheduling it like on the ad set level? Are you saying, since you're saying you're working on your ads on the weekend, do you?
Oh yeah, no, I don't put anything in for review until like Mondays, usually.
But if it's Mondays, let's say if a Monday is July the 18th, let's say, whatever, July
Yep.
18th, 2 p.m. and you schedule it, right? So it's not like automatic in review. It's like it says scheduled, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I've just, like I said, I've had a bit of a bummer week because like I said, I feel like my funnel is pretty good. We've, worked so collaboratively on a lot of the pieces. The numbers are reflecting that. And, I started with a quiz. And then I've also tried the splash, and, I'm working on the splash is now over 30% for the going through to the VSL. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit of a Debbie Downer this week. No exciting good news to report. So I'm here for my motivation.
Inspiration.
I go through these, ups and downs. Right now, I'm like not quite in the pit of despair, but I'm getting darn close.
Yes.
I feel you. Boy.
Legion, why we will work on fungus one. So it's
But fungus is where it's at, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
just for
And
me.
the diabetes one, you don't have to change any pixels.
Oh
from
yeah,
it.
diabetes one. Maybe diabetes will be better. Yeah, with the
It's the same type of creative that you can use. Food, fungus,
Yeah.
and diabetes, both feet. So it's like going to be the same creative, right?
Yeah.
So run traffic ads. See what happens.
Yeah, we figure now. I figure out how to make a funnel and tracking. So convertry. Yeah.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Thanks, Lance. Okay, Michael, since you're new, to share with us what you've been running, what successes you had, what failures, and what's
Welcome, Michael.
going on. I know.
Sounds good. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Good to meet you, Secret, and good to meet you, Lindsay. Looking forward to fighting the good fight with all of you and finding that pot of gold. So I've been running mainly weight loss when I first started, right? So I started back in October. I have my mentor with Nick. I'm down to like the last 3 calls with him. So I started moving from, BioFit to Renew. Now I'm running Revita Pro. So I did see a little bit of success with Revita Pro here and there, but then it quickly turned negative because for some reason, Revita Pro has a high amount of returns. And then Renew, I'm getting hit with chargebacks. I don't know if it's the ClickBank thing that happened about a week ago or anything like that, but no real consistency in terms of sales, but I am popping some of them here and there. My CTR averages around like 9%, so it's nothing like exciting, but it's just, still pretty good. I think one thing is on my last call with Nick, we kind of find out like the reason why. So I'm getting a lot of hops, and my budget's usually right now. So what I'm doing right now with Revita Pros, I'm testing all audiences. So I have, 6 profiles that I'm using, and then in 3 of those profiles, I'm doing either multiple audiences or just like one specific audience. And so all across the board, I'm basically doing 1 campaign, 3 ad sets, and 1 ad. So the 3 ad sets, kind of like what Nick taught us, is try to hit the vein, right? So I would go into beauty. I would go in, like, do broad. Let's see, I have a list. I would go into personal care, health and wellness, and then, you know, obviously the weight loss, and then physical. I killed those. So yeah, so those are the ones I'm running into. Beauty turned out to be the best. That had positive ROI, not a whole lot. Because again, I'm only spending like up to $250, sometimes it's $300. That initial sale came out to $303, but something in between happened because I was kind of changing. I was changing off like my copy, so I had to stop that. But I think going back to what I said, what we found out yesterday was there was a lack of congruity in terms of my ad copy and also my header. So we were saying, because I was asking, like, dude, what the heck? You know, I'm getting all these like great hops and stuff like that. The CTR is really good. So he says, like, yes, when you're testing all these audiences and you're spending a lot of money testing, there does come to a point where you do need to kind of take a step back and look and work backwards. Like, backwards is the VSL, right? Revita Pro. Like, he's like, we know that converts because he's running that, right? And then taking a step back, even, you know, going forward, the lander is okay. People are clicking through to the VSL. And then now that leaves us to the front, just the ad copy and the image. People are clicking on it. Now it must be the copy and also the headline. So when we took a look at the headline, I had something like very generic, right? And this is something, I guess, is part of that learning. It was something like sister gives, you know, priceless advice revealed. And so I guess people were just clicking on it because the image is so good, but then they see the sister's advice, and the Revita Pro is actually a guy talking. So when they land on it, it's like, where's the sister, right? I'm out, right? And also my copy, there were some problems with that because I was using this on BioFit, right? It was very, you know, female oriented because me and Nick, we were saying we're going to target women only, 40 plus, that kind of deal. So I was writing it in that terms. But BioFit, it was the guys talking, and this is for both, and I opened up the audience for both male and female 40 plus. So he's like, yeah, you probably spent a lot of money, you know, wasted money because it's going to guys that just jumping off, right? And the ad copy was along the lines of like, you know, I was like so shocked, you know, seeing my sister who, you know, gave birth to like 3 kids, and she's like so well fit, you know, that kind of stuff, right? And also like my husband can't keep his hands off me, the stuff like they taught us. And so that probably is like when guys see that, when they're even if guys click on it, just interesting with the photo, but when they actually get to the VSL, it's just like, psh.
Yeah.
So that happened all yesterday. So now we made some corrections in terms of the headlines. Now, you know, the headline is supposed to be something more aligned into the VSL. Because I know Nick said before, like, he has an image that had nothing to do with weight loss and he was crushing it, right? So I kind of took that, but I think I took that too far. So it does still have to have some congruity. So when they get to that VSL, it's not all like a big surprise. Because I think that if there's any slight surprises, they're just going to quit. They're just going to jump off. So it's going to be more like natural method, metabolism, stuff like that, stuff along the lines like that. So changing that up, going to refire that for approval. And also the image that I had, I think, and I can send all of this to you guys. So it's like it was like 2 ladies and then 1 skeleton. I took kind of Nick's kind of idea a little bit, but I changed it to myself, and that was doing real well. So now I'm trying to make the second, like, three figures, this middle figure, going to be more male oriented. So it hits both. But yeah, so I'm waiting for the Fiverr artist to get that back to me, so then I can go back into beauty. And then tomorrow it's scheduled. One of my ad sets is going to be scheduled for beauty, just for females only. But yeah, so it's like $50, $50, $150 basically per campaign. And I have about 3 or 4 campaigns I do plan on run again for next week. Now I trying to hit these like interests all the way down. Mm-hmm. I think my cap will probably be at, like, if I end up spending $6,000 and nothing is like really working, then I'm out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's for Revita Pro for weight loss. And then the other one that I'm running is Claritox Pro. Claritox is like this dizziness one. I chose this one because, you know, through my calls with Nick, he was really harping on, you know, you got to find that unique offer. You got to find that unique offer. Don't be afraid to go to page 10, that kind of stuff, right? So I found Claritox on that. And
I'm
because
sorry, what
you
is
look at
Clear
food,
Talks? What is that? Is that a weight loss? What is that?
dizziness. It's
Oh,
like vertigo,
Oh,
yeah,
dizziness.
brain fog, yeah, headaches. Very, very predominant of the baby boomer generation, right? Because I know my parents, like, they're now at the age, you know, they're 70-ish. They're at the age of fearing of falling, right? Because, you know, fragile bones, they call it soft feet. So I'm thinking like, okay, I can kind of relate to this. Because we're always, in my family, kind of hearing now, like, oh, look at so-and-so friends and family, you know, their grandparents or aunts are like falling, they've broken an arm, broken a wrist, went to the hospital. Like, these are like really like serious problems, right? And also along with that, with ClickBank, I don't see any dizziness. We see a lot of diabetes, we see a lot of weight loss, we see a lot of like, you know, dental stuff, right? But I don't see any of this. And it's also now, if you look at kind of like, if you go to CV Snooper or whatever, you can see it's kind of like moving, it was kind of moving towards the front.
Mhm.
So I've just started launching that probably about like 3 days ago. Same thing, thank God for Nick yesterday with his call. Took a look at the ad copy, goes like, hey, if you found crap on, you know, my weight loss, can you find crap on this? And yes, he did. And so there was that. So I know my weakness. My weakness is I suck at ad copy. I suck at writing. That's always my weakness. I'm good at infrastructure. I'm good at like, you know, the creative stuff, but I'm terrible at writing. So, but anyway, so change that up to where he gives his check mark. And then, yeah, ran it today again at $150. I got another 150 running, two sales today. So the thing with Clear Talks is it's not positive ROI today, but it was a little bit yesterday. But again, this is still brand new, right? So because I'm hitting sales, like what Nick says, you leave it alone 2 to 3 days.
Mhm.
And you pay attention to your CPA, cost per acquisition.
Mhm.
So wherever you get that first sale, you look around the other players, like where else you're running with it. So if it's you got your first sale at 60, then that's the new bar at 60. But he says for this one, because you know Facebook is the way it is with iOS, leave it alone for 2 to 3 days. If you got nothing, then move off of it. So that's what I'm gonna do. So because I got a sale on one of the campaigns and another campaign, I'm making my decision. Was it Saturday and Sunday? So we'll see if it's going to be positive ROI or not. Let's see. And that one, old age is a good audience. So I'm doing 55 plus, male, female, and then it's pretty much just old age. It's pretty broad actually. So it's not too narrow.
So the audience is called old age? Target audience?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah. That was from
There's
him.
a-
He's like, yeah, look at old age. Yeah,
Oh,
so that's
interesting.
the first one I start. Yeah. And then from there, what my plan is I'll use old age and then hit the suggestion, and then it's kind of like with weight loss, I'll list out all the other suggested audience group and record that on Excel spreadsheet, and then plug and chug my numbers as it comes through in terms of KPIs. Yeah. Let's see what else.
Very good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
If you guys want to.
So, hi, pretty girl.
Mhm.
How are you? Oh, she's so pretty. Okay, so since we're all running like different things, you know, obviously on one business page, are you guys using? I'm using couple of profile photos now instead of like a older woman, because obviously I'm also targeting men now because the food fungus is predominantly a male issue. I mean, it's a female issue too, but the target, according to Curativa, the people that they're saying their audience is male. So I'm only targeting male, let's say. And also with diabetes, type 2 is mostly male. The men are the ones with this type of issues, I think. That's what I don't know if it's Les or Bonnie told me, just better for you to just target men with type 2 diabetes. So if you're gonna have these campaigns for men, and the weight loss is for women, and your profile pictures of a woman, it doesn't. I think there's some kind of incongruity. So I've been using like a couple photo for my profile pic. So you don't know which person is talking to you when you're writing your ad copy. It could be the man or the woman. You don't know which one. So I've been using. There's lots of a couple photos of on these stock photo, free stock photos. So that's what I've changed all of my profile to a couple profiles.
Interesting.
Maybe
Yeah.
can I just show you what I found about the BioFit now? BioFit is a CB Spooner. They are going up. They made an excellent sport page. Can I show you maybe?
Sure.
Sure. Just I listen. Yeah, just they actually give this BioFit Facebook photo, photo and image and video.
That's cool.
You see that they have a lot of them. This is a new one.
Although I see a lot of before and after
Yeah,
pictures.
it's also
That's
Told not to use that.
Christine using like exotic fruit
Mhm.
is attracting lean belly, massive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I was wondering about the picture that you shared like some weeks ago,
Mhm.
and I run it a little bit with it.
Like something like this. I was maybe going to test with this one, smaller budget, So it's now I think.
Can you play it to see what it does? Can you play it? The video? There's a play
No,
button.
not video, just showing like this. Actually, not a video, just that's it. Just looks like play button, but not just the.
Oh,
Oh, that's against Facebook policy to
yeah,
do
that's
that.
against Facebook policy. You can have that on Facebook.
You could run the picture, just take the
Really?
play button off of there if you're gonna run it as a static picture.
But anyway, I think some of them are like just like you can you zoom up something like that. So it's but just the idea, because this is professional people.
Yeah,
maybe-
this is great that they have all this accessible.
Yes,
to-
it's I think it's just a new thing. BioPit now click the page. They pretty much everything. The email swap and
That's great.
banner. Our banner is this one, but they have a product.
Well, obviously, they know who their target audience is. It's all like younger women. It looks like they're
Yeah,
all
they are
young.
younger women. They are going actually targeting is what is it? They had the people.
So are you gonna run BioFit? I thought you were running Vivita Pro. Oh,
Yeah, but I maybe change it a little bit, and have a look because of my pixel is. So just today I checked, and then because BioPit was going up.
yeah, you were doing good with BioFit.
Yeah, I was did it before, so that's the reason.
Yes.
But I can maybe put the image in our Google Drive because you can download it and just to
Sure.
get the reference.
Yeah.
Think I learned from Michael. He said, the ad copy and headline congruency. I'm not good at too, but that is very important. Nick was mentioned. Nick is right. The how you change a little thing make a big difference. You get a lot of hop means there is some sign. So we maybe take a little bit seriously. So and then we can test each other. I mean we can different segment. So how we collaboratively make it now is I talked to Michael before. ROI is the most important. I think it doesn't matter. You get the hops and you got a lot of things, but you don't get sale. We cannot keep it up. So I'm now gonna go with the $20 budget. So I'm getting hops, but how we can make a smaller hub with the making smaller money and make a ROI first. So we want to analyze all together. Every time we did exactly what we test, there's something like that, and then we compare. If we don't do that, we may be not gonna reach. So we want to go more specifically together because since we are doing it, time is the precious.
Right, but we have to all run the same product to measure the metrics. You know what I mean? If
I
we're
mean,
not,
yeah, just not all of them, but some of people, so we will because you can, but in the future, we really make exact like the copy, ad copy, headline, and congruent with the BSL is very important too, You can
Yeah.
just switch,
Yeah.
and then maybe even we can check with I can check with Christine, or check the Nick. It looks like how good it is, and then we will go together, something like
I
that.
mean, isn't the trend right now with the lander being so simple? There's no nobody's really writing filler content anymore, right? It's very basic.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
I was
headline and middle headline is important. Headline and middle headline. Yeah. So it's
But I
Also-
mean, that helps when you don't have to write all that, filler.
I got the news. One news. It's bad news for us. Was Facebook made a lot of money. Their profit went up a lot, but ad become 30% expensive than before
Mhm.
because of this ISO things. Ad
iOS.
become 30% expensive, and then affiliate marketer become increase 15%.
Mhm.
So it's why we getting so struggle. There's an ad becomes 30% high, and affiliation people become
Oh, there's
50% higher.
There's more people doing what we're doing now. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
15% growth in affiliate marketers, and the prices of ads went up.
I
30%.
thought a lot of people left.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Well, in the inner circle, yes.
Our maybe inner circle left, but not whole affiliation market. Actually, more people are joining. I think in the Asia, they are more Korean, maybe, I don't know, Chinese, Vietnamese, because they are in Vietnam.
Yeah.
500 today because of COVID is increased. 500 business bankrupting a day.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they have to. They're like, exactly how I started. I don't want to sit around doing nothing. Let me find something I can do. So a lot of people are like, I need to do something at home. Yeah.
So maybe they will go to the affiliation marketing, I think.
Yeah,
So
some
we're
people
good
will
for
out
us. We can
Where
maybe
did you find the stats? Where did you find the stats? Where did you? Well,
Facebook one.
yeah.
Yeah, either the Korean news or Korean news.
Oh, I see.
And then Vietnamese was, I have a Vietnamese friend. So he's, he was telling me. So it's, for me, it's a good opportunity. Oh, we can help them with the picture. So collaborative. So it's, so something what we are doing together also very important. Also inner circle people now, I talked to a couple of people, they are moving country. And then they want to quit the inner circle as well. So,
So is everyone going to Skype?
yeah, I mean, Skype also, we become, that we become strong. We can make actually workplace for us, just our team. I can make a workplace for our.
I see what you mean because
this is free, the inner circle doing the Facebook workplace is free. Anybody can do that. You have a group. So we could increase, we have.
but there's so what are other people's feedback about that? I mean, what are the pros of staying in the inner circle and paying $197 a month versus opting out and saving $197? Because Convertri is going to cost money to run, right? So what are the pros and cons?
I just want to weigh in for a sec. I contacted the inner circle and asked about my membership because mine is the $500 a month membership.
Oh, it's because we had membership. Yes, I'm sorry.
And I asked about changing it, and they said there's no other option other than and so that's what I want to ask the group I thought there were several different options, and when I contacted them this week about changing it and mentioned the few pieces of feedback I had for them, they said there weren't any other options. So I would like to be only the $197 a month. That would be way more reasonable, because when I pay Canadian dollars, it's over $600 a month for the $500 membership because of exchange.
Right.
So who do I need to talk to switch it? Because I don't need to be in a pod group anymore. I mean, I love Nick, but he's the only one in the pod that I'm in that offers any value.
That's we have the Monday webinars, right? God, yes, that's right. I'm paying $197 because I opted to have the mentoring, right? I didn't realize
That's probably why.
Yeah, we
That's
get the mentor students get a discount on the inner circle. That's how that
Mentors,
works.
yeah, after mentoring, your
see.
prices
I-
come down.
I forgot that Lindsay was paying. That's a lot to pay,
I
Lindsay.
know that's Legion is a little bit because it was a
But soon I will have paid for a mentor, but not had a mentor, right? Like,
Exactly.
like to be honest, like I'm at that
Yeah.
point where I'm like, I've been a member since the new year, so I've probably paid since December.
that's
So
right.
that's
That's right.
7 or 8 months. I
Talk
will
to
have-
maybe Jason. Jason, you know, they explain. You know,
Jason Rhodes. Jason
Yeah.
Rhodes.
Jason was
Okay.
because when I had a mentorship was Ernesto was doing the Google, so I had an extra 6
Switch.
the session
Yeah.
with a
He would not give me any extra sessions. He said I was egotistical. He told me I was egotistical. Jason.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, oh, forget it. Because I mentored with Jay and I didn't get anything out of Jay. I'm sorry. He's a great guy, but I wish I chose Nick or Tammy. I didn't know any better.
Mhm.
So I you know, and I was not like being irrational. I was being very, you know, and he's told me, you know, Jay's a wonderful guy. You're being egotistical. I'm like, oh, and I didn't want to be in the wrong with the inner, you know, I didn't want to just be, I didn't want to go there. I was like, forget it.
I know,
Mhm.
sorry to
That's
Jen. Yeah, but we are
It's
here
not-
because that's
and
the reason. we
And they
can-
told us to have it in writing. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna pen this and forever like live and write. I'm like, I was gonna shoot myself in the foot. I was like, and I just like, it's okay. I'll just walk away from it. And thank God I have this group, you know?
I know I get more value out of our weekly meeting than I do out of all the other things.
So it's
anyways, I'm at that crossroads of like,
it's
if I don't make any sales, there's no
you
point in
will
spending.
just you have a different strategy.
Yeah,
Just
I need to
have a
shift
different-
gears.
Because then that's the reason I come up with this idea because I mean, I was talking with Michael a lot, you know, and then because when you do the collaborative together and actually you get some clues and then, you know, Mike and me, we share everything, you know, your stat, you know, from the Facebook stat and whatever his image he will give to me, you know, I will give to whatever. So it's, I think openness giveaway. I think really.
So I don't see Mike on this screen for some reason, but what is Michael, what is your take on what our discussion right now? I mean, are you getting value out of the inner circle or what is your opinion?
I would say in the beginning, I was getting a ton of value, but I think that's also not saying much either because I was new myself, right? So anything is a lot of value. I can see like where the value would be to be in touch of, you know, the upcoming changes because they're really good with that on the weekly, you know, webinars rather than, you know, the typical Q&As. I know those are just like on and on, mostly about the same thing. But I think some of the, you know, weekly meetings are good. And then also definitely any of the new coming changes with the environment, those are definitely good. But is it going to be worth, you know, like, you know, the 500-600 Lindsay says too? Yeah, that definitely is a hard pill to swallow. So, and also the interaction in the inner circle itself has also declined too. From you know 3 months ago, 4 months ago, I remember that was really active. People
these days. Nobody's posting and sharing. It's like always the same people.
Lindsay, actually, if you quit and then you can actually log into my computer, so you get actually see what's going on.
Yeah, who wants to split a membership with me? I'll
I
happily.
mean, I can give you.
I'll happily do that.
Yeah, so it's we already have a lot of sources, so it's
Collaboration. Yeah,
I think you're paying a lot, way more, so it's
it makes sense now though because I didn't do the mentor. That's probably where.
Yeah, but now
I had been told a couple different numbers, and I thought originally there was a way to still be in the inner circle but not be part of the weekly pod calls or something. But maybe there isn't. Anyways, when I checked, they didn't. Yeah. I just have to go find my daughter's little blanket so she can go to sleep. So I will be back in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Take your time, Lindsay. Take your time.
Sounds good. All right, you guys, let's I don't want to go too long tonight because I haven't eaten yet. So let's I'm gonna share the screen real quick and go into Google Drive just because there's a few new things in there. Sig, you said you uploaded a couple new pictures. It looks like the foot ones, right?
It is the one that says at assignment 2168.
Gotcha. Yeah, with the fat foot we looked at last week.
Uh-huh.
I like that. Excellent. And so, Michael, just to catch up with you, this is the shared folder. We're looking at creatives for the SarahCare, the diabetes offer. So that's actually really cool. I like that one. Thanks, Sig. Humorously, these most 3 recent, I just uploaded them a minute ago, the 12, the 10, and the 11. I submitted those to my fiber artist. He created them, and then he got sick before he could do my revisions. So I thought I'd upload them just so you can see what I'm working on, but these aren't the finals because I need to put the circle behind the hand and stuff on some of these. But these are the foot related ones I was thinking of trying for SarahCare.
I have seen that sciencey object. So did you provide it or the guy provided?
No,
No,
It's from Dan. Yeah.
Yeah,
In
it's
the library, our library. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay,
yes, it's in the
okay.
library.
I pulled it from the library and asked him to put
Cool.
something like that in there. Yeah, exactly. So cool. So I want to point out that those are there. I like your puffy foot. I feel like it needs a little something else in the
Science.
Mhm.
open space, but you didn't by chance start running SarahCare yet, Sig, right?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. I'm curious about the purple one we looked at last week, if that's gonna fly or not. I kind of want to run that, so we'll see. And then going back to ad copy, I started a new file called headlines so that we can try to submit some
Okay.
additional headlines for the diabetes one. So I added like 4, but honestly, I didn't spend a whole lot of time on that. I was trying to think out of the box on things we could say about that and not sound this like every other headline in the world. If anyone else has any other headlines we can add to this, then that would be great to pick and choose from for SarahCare.
I like the one that says defeat blood sugar worries. That's a good one.
Thanks.
I'll come up with some diabetes ones over the weekend. That'll be my
Okay.
my
And
focus.
similarly, I added just one quick, again, I didn't spend enough time on it. I wanted to work on it some more, but I added the SarahCare ad copy that I was starting to work on. I was trying to keep it simple and pulled a couple of the ideas from Lindsay, yours and yours, Jen. It needs a little work, but I put it in there as something to futz with.
I just uploaded the 2 creatives that I'm working on. That's gave me a sale. I just uploaded. If you want to go back.
Oh, perfect. Sure. Was that for SarahCare or?
Yes. Yes. These
But
2, yes.
Here and here?
Number 4 and 5.
This one?
It
Wow.
says hi. Yes.
That is scary. I love it. I remember
Good
seeing
job.
this
Yeah,
image. That's it.
that song's. I was like,
You twisted.
I'm like, I'm not gonna use his create. I have to find a different way to use it. So, and I found the pestle and mortars from the Ultimate Freedom graphic artist.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
and I put this diabetes. What I don't know what these things are called. The tool.
The little test, the glucose,
Glucose monitor.
yeah, the glucose.
And the feed
glucosometer.
was actually it was a full body, and then I retrieved it from a stock photo, and I just cut everything out but the foot.
Nice. I like that one a lot. There's a lot going on, but it's very impactful because boy, you sure do notice those missing toes real fast, and that makes you
Yeah.
cringe. So
Also could put
But
some text.
it's not too gross, because I've noticed in the past I did some really provocative images, and I will get a lot of comments, and some of them were negative. And afterwards, Sig told me about the Facebook page score. I'm not going to use those images, because they were giving me sales, but there was also a lot of negative comments. So
Oh, okay.
I think it's a good idea to use like a very neutral, nothing that's too offensive, right?
Can you
Just
put
still
some
has
text?
to
on the
grab the
top?
attention. Yeah.
Yes,
Text
because
on-
the creatives that I used in the past were very offensive. You know, I had like all these like fumes coming out. I mean, like it was, I can see people that actually have food fungus, they will be very offended. You know, it was
Mhm.
giving me sales, but I was
Yeah.
also getting a lot of negative comments, you know?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
this is
Yeah,
the new
it's a
one.
fine line to walk.
Exactly. And the other one, if you can show the other one. So if you guys want to use these images, make sure you modify it, okay? Because I don't want to get shut down.
Yeah, of course.
And when I didn't put this little horror emoji, it wasn't as people were not as engaged. But when I put this little horror emoji, there was more engagement.
Cool.
That hand is really spooky.
Isn't
Yeah,
it? The
it
gray
is
hand looks like a
spooky.
corpse.
Yeah.
A zombie just
It's like
squishing my foot.
It's like danger. And the bottom half is also the hand, but I decided to have it to be natural skin tone so that people are like, what the hell is what's in the bottom of the foot? But it's actually the hand,
The
right?
figures of the hand. Yeah, yeah, I see that.
Hmm.
That's pretty
see.
cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that, Jen. Those are really both very
I
striking.
animated it, so you guys can find out a different way to animate it. Yeah.
Have
So
you
Jen,
put some
Jen, I
text?
missed you talking at the beginning. Did you say you're running diabetes right now?
Sarah
Yeah,
Care.
she's
You are
I'm-
running it?
Instead of running weight loss right now, I'm running Sarah Care.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
it's a pixel, you
So
know?
Linji, maybe we go to diabetic.
Why
Oh,
not,
that-
right?
Yeah, so it's anyway, I have to make a.
It's safer. So, you know, when you're trying to scale, you're not going to get shut down. For now, I
Mhm.
mean, I don't know of any weight loss right now that's exciting for me. Nothing's clicking. I tried a lot. I mean, I've tried a lot of things and
Yeah.
So I can use the same pixel, you know, I don't have to.
Mhm.
yes, yes.
That's an advantage.
What were
Yeah,
you
with
gonna
the
say there, Sig?
with the puffy foot, maybe we could just add the glucose monitor
Mhm.
somehow in it, or it could be animated. Because I
Mm.
do like the puffy foot.
Yeah.
Which one?
The puffy foot is the one that's
Yeah.
yes. That,
Mm.
but
Mhm.
I think
This is genetic, yeah.
if you can put some color on that little wound, though, that'll be.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
the vector. That's
Uh-huh.
the vector one
Mhm.
from this, which
Yeah.
is nice. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think Lindsay, I think you're right. Like put the glucose testing here or something. That'd be
Mhm. Mhm.
there's a lot
Put
of
the
Or some
word
text.
high.
You can
Put
put
the
some
word
text.
high.
as well. Yeah.
Put the word
Yeah.
high and put like some type of a emoji, like a horror emoji. That gets reaction. They're like, what the
Oh.
hell is going on here? The horror emoji works.
Or
I
image.
I learned that from Xavier because I was like, why is he using all these emojis? I thought it was like more like childlike, but you know, it works.
It works.
People are
That's
like,
good.
why is it here? You know,
Mhm.
that's why
good to
they're
know.
called emojis. You know, it installs like emotions. Yeah.
very cool. Excellent. All right, you guys. Well, it's been over an hour, so let's
Yeah.
try to wrap up here. I think most of us shared what we're trying to do this next week during our soapbox. So does anyone else have any questions or comments about next week here?
Okay.
Nope. I'll be here next week, but then like I said, the following week, the last week of July, I will be out of cell service and camping on a beautiful lake in the British Columbia interior.
Nice.
Hopefully, we have lots of fires around us, so the smoke is like I can't even see the mountains across the way right now.
Oy.
But I'll see if anybody can
Yeah.
see how hazy it is.
Mhm.
Yeah. I see.
But,
Oh,
um,
fire. Okay.
Yeah, it's fire season. It's been so dry.
Oh.
But yeah, I will be attending next week, and
Mhm.
yeah, I think I should work on some diabetes copy and headlines, and I'll put those up in the Google Drive this week
Mhm.
Cool.
over the weekend.
Thanks, Liz.
Yeah, I'm just with me. I'm just using the same one that I posted. I couldn't think of any, and I wanted to, you know, like stay generic. I mean, I didn't, you know, so yeah. But yeah. and I-
Janine, those sales were on Seracare or on the
Sarah Care.
fungus?
Okay. So yeah. Therapy in the traffic.
I'm
Traffic
doing
campaign.
because I tried to do this conversion. I did ABO.
Mhm.
And I did like 4 at $21. That's just testing. That's my budget for testing.
Mhm.
And the CPC was like so high.
Really?
It's
Oh,
like $1.83. I'm like, I don't think so. You know,
Mm.
I don't think so. So I was like, okay, let me pause it. I thought maybe it was just the audience. So I did traffic number 2 and did a different audience, and the conversion CPC was so high once again.
So audience, what do you
this is-
what do
this
you
is-
put? Audience.
This is on my strong VM. Let me go to my Excel sheet. Let me show
I did
you.
ask Sarah Care for a buyer's list and I never did hear back. Did anybody,
I just
anyone been
even-
successful with the buyer's list?
I didn't even contact him. I think I uploaded 3 buyers list, because what the mentor said is to, if you're running Sarah Care, use other people's buyers list. If you're gonna do another diabetes, use the Sarah Care, like swap
Yep.
it.
Okay,
I uploaded 3 different ones, so combine it, and start,
Yeah.
delete a third of it.
excellent.
But,
Okay,
I mean,
thanks.
I don't use a lot of, I think I did 10% lookalike. Men, there's a section that says T2D, diabetes for type 2. There's a specific on the target audience, personal care and engaged shoppers. And I do the same one without the buyers lookalike, because then you have like, it opens it up to like millions. It's not just like a couple of million. And T2D, personal care, engaged shopper, and well-being.
Hmm.
So I have 4 different audiences, one with buyers list and one without. So I did type 2, personal care, engaged shoppers is one, and type 2, personal care, engaged shoppers, and well-being. So I stacked it all up. So because it's so concentrated on the traffic level, they're still sending it to those people, right? Well, that's just my, I'm like, so I'm getting sales through traffic, and I'm paying like 6 cents, 8 cents, 9 cents, and I don't have to keep checking. I mean, I just didn't have this week was like, I don't have time to like constantly go into my computer. I was loopy, you know. So try it out.
You
Try it
can
out.
have 100 traffic campaign and we'll see. How much.
Yeah.
I mean, Tammy Chung swears by traffic.
Yeah,
traffic
Tammy
ads,
too.
right?
Tammy, she
Mhm.
Like, I get sales on traffic, and a lot of the traffic ads that I've had sales on, they're not just cheapos. They're not buying just one supplement. They're buying the whole bulk. You know what I mean?
Nice.
They're a big spender. If they're buying, they're buying like the big ticket item. You know, they're not just buying one supplement.
Nice.
So. And it's not like they're constantly buying. It's not like a conversion ad, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you're gonna get positive ROI, and recoup your costs at the if that's what it comes down to, you're reaping your cost.
Cool.
Great.
Excellent. Thanks. All right, you guys. Sounds good. Thanks so much for coming together
Thanks,
this week.
guys.
We'll see you next
So-
Thursday.
So wait, hold on,
Sure.
Dave. You can check out if you want, because I know you have to eat. That's fine, but I don't want to stay on.
Okay, sure. No, you guys can absolutely stay. In that case, I'll check out, and we'll
Thanks,
see you next
Dave.
week.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Bye,
Thanks,
Dave.
guys.
Thanks for moderating. Great job. Thank you.
Thanks.
So I guess next week, what are we going to talk about? What's important? We're gonna obviously Sung and Lindsay's gonna run Sarah Care and something else that's other than weight loss. I mean, what is the objective for next week? We're gonna have Michael moderate next week.
Okay, I'll do my best. Go easy on me.
I'm still going to the weight loss, but I'm now doing low budget, like $20, and then try to find the stats as well as congruency, because this part I didn't really focusing on. As Michael was said, think about the heads of mind of the buyer, that buyer's mind. You are like 40 over, you are so tired. You don't want to do any exercise. How do you feel? So it's so that's I will maybe work on it. So it's and then focusing on
It depends on the actual weight loss product. Like BioFit, they're targeting younger. I think they're targeting 30s. And because of the pandemic, a lot of younger people gained a lot of weight. 'Cause
Yes,
they're-
that's right. BioPit, that's the reason BioPit is now selling a lot.
So
and
you're gonna have to target a younger audience. The age, you have to come down to like the 30s, not just the 40s. You know?
I mean, they have all kind of 60 to 20, so it's you have a more specific target, because I'm going very smaller budget, so I cannot to open up too much. I'm not
Right.
gonna get that
But
much
I'm
up.
just saying, because so many people are targeting 40 plus, why don't you target 30 to 40? That's gonna be less competitive, I would think, no?
We'll see. I mean, just but that's the reason I was Revita Pro was good. I had like some sales, but now get refunds. And one problem I found out their BSL. When I clicked I was sending to my friend, clicked in the mobile, they approved freezed. Somehow I think ClickBank is now bombarded. They're like servers, I don't know, it's sometimes their BSL doesn't play like 100%. So that's the reason I think Wi-Fi only, and we collect that one, because so many product is now going on. You really have to check all the time. Otherwise, I saw that Revita Pro was frozen. Doesn't work, only work in the desktop. So it's I think it's some issues with so many affiliate running in ClickBank. And then also we had a credit card problem, chargeback.
MasterCard, right?
So I'm, that's the reason if we go with a higher budget, you're gonna have a big risk. Because I was 200, 300, whatever, you get Monday, I didn't get the sale, or usually I'm getting, but that I checked, and then somehow video is not playing that, slowly as well. So it's when you go to $20, it doesn't matter. Also, we had the top of that pre-sale issues as well. So it's but really, I want to see what's going on, So it's,
I mean, if your funnel's strong, even at the $20 budget, you're gonna get sales.
Yes, I believe that.
I've had sales like every day, and then they'll stop. All of a sudden, it just stops because it says limited learning. That's when the sales stop, right? But like, if your funnel's strong, there's congruity, like you said, you're gonna get sales.
I think so. We need that one. We nearly put the smaller budget and the smaller people, and we got that. I think that skill we nearly needed. So I think is critical at the moment. A lot of people has a bank. You can get the sale. You put the $1,000, you probably get a sale. So it's that's not a point,
Oh, so that Michael knows, I've been spying on Jonathan Ryle, and last week we talked about this. He's running another weight loss supplement that's not on ClickBank. It's called Purely. Just so you know, Michael, if you get any word from Nick, it's not for access.
I think
to,
he paused it. He paused it now. He only running.
No, but he's running it again.
He only running. Okay, Dentitox as well.
Right, but he paused it, but he's running it again.
But see how he do that he's using Convertri, but I saw that his pen page. He was running weight loss as well as Dentitox. Is it possible? Can you do that or?
Probably has different accounts. That's what I have like 3 accounts.
No, these are the same pen page. Same pen page. He was running weight loss and then Dentitox. I checked your, Cassie's.
Yeah, I have done that. At least on my case, is on different
Pixel
ad accounts.
So
weight loss in this ad account and revision on the other ad account.
But different pixel
to the same fan page.
Different pixel or same pixel?
Same pixel. Yeah, my reasoning there is that it's the same targeting, like 45 plus.
But why you can still use the same account if it's the same pixel? You know, it doesn't matter. You can do that. I think I've done before, you know, 2 different product in the same ad account. If your pixel is same, you can go to the any product one. I was going to 10, you know, the weight loss product in same pixel, in same. That's what I was going to test because, but I'm thinking about his is dental. So, you know, I actually asked Jonathan. Jonathan, I was should I make another pixel for I'm going to in health niche? He told me, oh, I only learned the weight loss. He told me.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, when you're running something for the teeth, is going to be 45 plus, and if you're running fungus, it's going to be 45 plus. So maybe, and that's what I think. Maybe you get to some sales from someone in their 30s, but not the majority.
Also, now you can put the 2 pixel in the one. You're allowed to have a new 2 pixel in 1 VM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I wonder, but
I mean, I the way I'm running right now, and I haven't had any issues, is, you know, I run weight loss on account number 1. Account number 2, I was running revision. Now I'm running foot fungus, right? So, but I only have one niche and one each account.
Same pixel, you mean?
I've run, yes, I've run like 2 different weight loss at one point. Account number 1, it was like Renew and what's the other one? Lean Belly. And I didn't have any shutdowns.
But Jen, you had a 2 fan page.
No, I only have one primary fan page. They're all running through one fan
But you have 2 pixel now?
And I've always had two pixels with 2 domain names. Each pixel has its own domain name. So I wanted to create a 3rd pixel with a 3rd domain name, but we were having issues at Precelio.
Yeah, it's something having issues. Yeah, but you said that you once one weight loss, you go to the fungus and everything, eh?
No, foot fungus has a different pixel.
Okay.
But because I only have 2 domain names, because I can't create any new ones, I had to wait 72 hours to prioritize the new, and that's why it took me longer this week, because I had to wait 72. But you know, if you're running traffic ads, you don't have to wait. It's only if you're running conversion, because you can run a traffic ad without, you know, assigning a pixel, right? Because it's not a conversion. You don't have to put the pixel in the purchase. You could have it at the end on the events, website events, but you don't need to have any of those things to run a traffic ad.
Sid, oh, okay. I wanna show you Click Magic, so maybe you can help quickly. You have time quickly? I just shared dashboard. Oh no, this one. I'm getting this one, Sid. But campaign, I'm not getting the like initial checkout from the ClickBank. Is it right? This one, right? I don't get in CPC.
Yeah, you have to. You have right now. Facebook is talking to ClickMagick, and that's why you see the visitors. Now we need to put there is another option in there to make ClickMagick talk back to Facebook when you got a sale.
Yeah, that's I did. That's audience optimization, is it?
That's the one, yes.
That's I did it with the token. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, or you need?
Okay, there you have it. If that's the ID, that's the token, and that's your website. That's it. That's all you need.
That's it. But how you have to put the dollar and stuff? This one you have to manually. So you have to. Yeah.
Ad spend.
Ad spend.
Yeah,
this
right
one,
there.
this one. So you have to put the manually.
Yeah, so that's basically a pain. So
every
you have to decide if you want to do it or not.
And then I did for I think I put the tracking link to ClickBank, so I'm getting initial sale and initial checkout and stuff. That one was I think it was URL manager, not this one. What, you don't need the action and engagement, this one?
If you want to use them, I'm using Action just to, I used to have like 2 buttons landing pages before. So I wanted to really check if I got clicks from one CTA or the other one. That's just like Jonathan mentioned, like city metrics. If you want to do it, then that's okay, but it's not like a deal breaker.
So that's pretty much it, isn't it? So it's one I put the price will be this one, CPC will come.
Yes, yes.
When they get the sale, will this one come up if you have sale?
Yeah.
So it's
when you get the sale, the last one that it says customers is going to show, and it's going to let you know the lifetime value based on the amount that you get, right? Sometimes you get 100 and I don't know 20. Sometimes you get 46.
So it's this one is so it's not that complicated, isn't it? I think red track is very complicated. That's Jonathan told.
Yeah. I tested out. I make the trial period, and it was just too much, even for me.
So it's yeah, okay. It's so it's, you know, that, but also Convertri, you know, you can talk with Facebook as well, no?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. So it's next step we have to go over to all of them, some tracking. But how ClickMaging help to optimizing to Facebook?
The thing is that it sends the information back to Facebook, and that's something that Preselio does when working fine, right? That's something that Preselio does. That is important because that's the way that the pixel get the information. That's the way that the pixel gets, okay, you get one more sale, and it was from this IP and this price and all the data that they capture. So that's the only way. Of course, we don't know at this moment if the pixel is, you know, as valuable as it used to be before.
Oh.
Some people say that it is. Some people say that it's not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just keep feeding my pixel with data. That's my idea.
So if you have a different ad set, we're gonna show. I have 2 ad set is going now, but they didn't show up here. Yeah. So I don't know which one is which. You know, I didn't actually put it on. Just the review.
Okay, because you have to do another configuration, and then on Facebook, you need to. You know that when you create an ad, there is the parameters of the ad. That's where you have to configure and let ClickMaging know that the following parameter is going to be your campaign. The next one is going to be your ad set. The next one, the ad, and whatever you need to record.
Yeah, I didn't put it that one because I put the code and somehow they didn't like it. So it keep giving an error. I put the kind of bracket, 2 bracket, and then add campaign name and, you know, those one, ad set. Maybe I guess, maybe I put it term and content because, you know, the ad set, ad set and ad. maybe campaign, I don't need it. Yeah, I put the campaign to the bracket as well.
So, Michael, are you also going to be converting to Convertri? Just curious.
Yeah, I do plan on that. I guess right now, just because I'm so focused on just like launching a bunch of audience tests for my Revita Pro, and then just getting my Claritalks honed in. I think once I have some free time, maybe after, probably maybe next week, you know, because once they're running, right? So then I might try to give Convertri a try. Yeah, it's just, yeah, Preselio right now, especially with all this instability. And Mike just messaged me, Mike Durr from Preselio, he just messaged me because I'm seeing a bunch of, you know, ROI stats, like, you know, total sales versus cost. They're not matching up. So I'm asking him, like, is it because of the chargebacks or something? He's like, you know, can't really tell you. Don't have the most information on it because the development team, they have so many other priorities right now, which I'm sure it's like the fires of all the under construction that's going on, what the domains, that, yeah, this is probably going to take last precedence. So he basically told me, like, you know, sorry, can't help you on there.
My biggest change was they didn't get Facebook didn't get the signal. Also, ClickBank and Preselio didn't talk. First time my sale didn't show up in the Preselio, but it's ClickBank was there. So that one was.
Okay, so I got an answer for that one. That one is because somebody probably shared the link, and then they bought it from that. So they didn't click on the actual ad that it came from, but they shared the link from it.
Really?
And so, yeah, so there's a difference in Preselio when you look at overview versus the ads tab. If it's not showing on the ads tab, but the overview, that total sales amount is registered there, that means it was a shared sale. But if overview doesn't show that, you know, increase at all, then yeah, there's probably something wrong on that. But check your overview tab for that day that you're talking about. That's what Mike told me. And that's how I realized, like, yeah, because I asked the same thing too. Like, how come on the ads tab, none of the, you know, net sales are showing up, but the overview total sales is like higher. And that's what he said. And
then a lot of my Preselio didn't send the signal back to Facebook. So Facebook had like 6 sale was missing.
Did you check the next day? Because it does. There's a lag.
Yeah, didn't come up. Yeah, somehow was a lot of them are missing. So it's my case. That's my biggest, you know, since I cannot, because otherwise Facebook cannot optimize, because still, you know, I get the ClickBank daily sale, but Facebook just to give one, just only one, not like almost whole week. So it's I don't know, maybe I have to update token, or, you know, I'm not sure, but that was I asked them, but they said, oh, we're not sending signal back, because from the happened July 1st, because the insight is gone and some Facebook had changed. So the Preselio didn't change along with the Facebook, I guess.
Yeah, whenever Facebook like do an update, Preselio needs to do an update, and ClickMagick and all of them. What we need to consider is how fast they do it. They implement the changes.
Okay. Anyway, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Firstly, I wanted to thank Michael for joining our group again.
Welcome. Yeah.
To be here. And
thank you.
You shared so much with us already. As I'm tapping you to be the next moderator for next week.
Oh, next week.
The pressure's on.
What are we going to talk about next week?
There's no pressure. It's just, you know, there's no, you know, we're just gonna talk about, you know, so many things come up next week. So we'll talk about what comes up. Yes. So
sounds good.
Next week we're gonna focusing on maybe diabetic setup care, and will people learn?
Hopefully, I'll have some feedback to.
Yeah. So
I'll start running it on Monday and have a couple days worth of data.
Yeah.
To share with the group.
Mm-hmm. Because Michael, you can too. You know, diabetic is the same pixel. You can use. I think I can do the weight loss, diabetic same time. So it's
He's doing Teratox, the vertigo one. That's interesting. I'm gonna look into that, Michael. That's interesting because my mom has vertigo, so this is interesting. You know, if it's like close to your family's, you know, like issues, it's more personal. Like that's why I love the diabetes because both my parents have diabetes. So, but yes, this Claritox looks very interesting. I'm gonna look into it. I hope the VSL is interesting. Is the VSL interesting, Michael?
Yeah. If you can't find the VSL, let me know. Ping me. I'll send you the actual link to it because I think it's kind of hard to find on the actual ClickBank. But I have the actual VSL. So, but yeah, it's super emotional. It's like it's an actual, you know, older gentleman talking with a lot of emotion into it. So that's why I felt like, wow, this one's actually pretty legit compared to all the other ones. So yeah, check it out.
also
Yeah,
that one is there is a July draw, ClickBank draw. So you had a one sale, you have a draw, you can get like I think $5,000, $50,000 some prize coming. Anti-tax and that one, and there is another one for hair loss.
Yeah. Restolin.
Yes, that's right. They were promoting big time.
you're so into the hair loss one. I haven't looked into it yet. What is it called? I'm gonna.
Restolin. Restolin. Nick mentioned that too, actually. I just haven't had time to actually, you know, look in the VSL and develop something for that. But he mentioned it, so it's on my list to do because anytime he mentions something, it's got to be gold. So, but it's just, you know, there's so much that we can juggle with, right, at one time. So
he was. Michael, did you ask Nick is still making money with Renew?
No, he moved off of that.
Oh,
yeah, it's not. Yeah, it died. That's why he's on Revive.
Renew and I think Alive, they are died because I'm getting signal from them, but they're not as much as used to, you know. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I spent a lot of money testing. I think like $700 on Alive. I didn't get one sale with Alive. It was just a lot of hops, but no sales. It was interesting. All the other weight loss, I always got a sale, even at the $21, you know, like a testing stage, right? I always got sales, but Alive, I don't know why. I really liked, you know, but you know, I'm not the target. So, I mean, you know, we're not the target. So it's interesting. It's really interesting.
okay.
Well, anywho,
Good night,
thank you
everybody.
for being here.
Good night and afternoon, wherever you are.
Yeah.
And Michael, next week we look forward to maybe seeing your face.
Absolutely. I'll be around.
Yes.
I'm honored.
Yes, not just the phone icon. Is it possible to see your face next week?
I can see your video.
They can meet each other. Yeah, they're neighbors.
I could the whole time.
I'm only seeing like a telephone icon. Maybe it's because I'm on a Mac.
Oh, really? You cannot see.
I was able to, maybe because I logged in last.
Oh.
I don't know. I was able, I didn't know.
Janine, how about if you
Oh, I see it.
maximize your Zoom?
I just scrolled down. I see you now. Because I was like, where is he? It's hard to like connect, and when I don't see like a visual.
You have Chrome view had a limit of screen.
Yeah, there you go.
Has a limit of screen.
I was seeing a telephone. I'm like, oh, I wish I can just see what he looks like. I see you now. You're wearing like
There you go.
T-shirt, right?
Nice. I can use my telephone again next time. Awesome.
See everybody next week.
Bye
Thank you, everybody.
Guys, have a wonderful
Bye.
weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.